10 ways to prepare for retirement. That is the topic for today's video. And what we're going to work through are, what if you want to retire early? What if you're a few years out from retirement? What if you just want to know what you need to do to put yourself in the best spot? What do you need to do to invest the right way to make sure you never run out of money? All of this will be covered in today's video. As a reminder, I'm Taublieb, a financial planner, and I'm here to help you retire early. So I'm taking this list. This is 10 things to think through about how can you make sure that you are preparing for retirement. So number one, I want to start with start saving, keep saving, and meet your goals. So that's what we're working through, meaning you might be contributing to a 401k. Wonderful. Maxing that out is a great starting spot. Maybe you have a Roth IRA. Wonderful. Maxing that out is a great thing as well. But make sure you're not just waiting for retirement to start living. Too often people say, Ari, should I be maxing everything out? The answer is no. And it's kind of against what you might think a financial advisor would say. But I don't just care about setting you up for retirement. I want to make sure you are doing everything you care about today, because the last thing I want is for you to have $40 million in retirement, which I know it doesn't sound bad right now, but you forego all of these fun things today. So keep saving, keep investing, but make sure you work through how much makes most sense so that you are setting yourself up for both that dream retirement, but also doing fun stuff today. Number two, know your retirement needs. How much do you want to spend in retirement? Might be really hard to know now, but some things to think through is there going to be a mortgage? Are you taking that into retirement? Are you still going to be doing 401k contributions? Is your spouse working? What do you want to spend in retirement? It might be different in the early years. It might be more in the latter years. What if medical expenses are much, much higher? What if you want to travel much, much more? All wonderful things. Let's just make sure we're planning for it. Number three is learn about your employer's pension plan. Might not be applicable if there's not a pension plan, but sometimes there's some options there and flexibility, and maybe it's, I never like to say worth switching careers for just the pension, but if you're looking at a few different job offers, certainly worth looking into what are the benefits. Number four is putting money into an individual retirement account. An IRA, might be a Roth IRA, might be a traditional IRA. Wonderful things to prepare for retirement. I love Roth IRAs because the growth is tax-free forever and you can invest in the whole investable universe. With a 401k, not bad, you can contribute more than a Roth IRA. The limit is $20,500 if you are under age 50 and $27,000 per year if over age 50 this year. With a Roth IRA, the limit is $6,000 if under age 50 and $7,000 if over age 50. And so what you want to think through is a Roth IRA is great. But really, the limit is $7,000. If you're over age 50, $6,000 if under age 50. And so you have the whole investable universe, but what if you want more dollars? Well, that's where a 401k can be great because you can invest even more, but there's limited options. So there's a trade-off there. Number five, consider basic investment principles. How can you save to be really making sure you are doing exactly the right things you want to do today? Spending groceries, buying a car, prepping for college. That's great. So how can you be saving to make sure you're saving for your goals, but investing to outpace inflation over the long haul? Number six, don't touch your retirement savings. There are significant taxes and penalties by doing so. And just by avoiding that, you're going to be so far ahead of the game. So if you're contributing to your Roth IRA or your IRA or your 401k, you want to make sure you don't touch that money and don't take a loan against it unless you really, really have to, because that's going to be the most powerful way for you to grow your wealth over time. Number seven, ask your employer if they have a 401k. Sometimes people don't even know if it's offered, and if there's an employer match, if there's free money, we certainly want to make sure we're taking advantage of that. Number eight is putting your money in different places. A Roth IRA is great because it's tax-free growth forever. An IRA is great. You get a deduction. You pay less on taxes today. A 401k, also great. You can contribute a whole lot more. But what if you want to retire early? Maybe you forego tax benefits, but that's where a brokerage account or a taxable account or a standard account comes into play because you just have flexibility. There's no additional taxes above capital gains. There's no additional penalties at all for withdrawing funds early, unlike a retirement account where there is. Number nine, find out about Social Security benefits. You might be younger watching this video going, Ari, I don't even know if Social Security will be there. I don't want to plan on it. Perfectly fine. You might be a few years out from retirement saying, Ari, that's a big integral part of my portfolio. Great, let's plan for it. But tends, and this is just how it tends to be, Social Security tends to be inflated at a little bit less than what inflation's actually growing by historically over time. So I always like to say, can we make sure we're investing in addition to Social Security, but using it as a complement? That way we're making sure we have enough non-portfolio income, Social Security or a pension or anything like that, part-time work, and then we have our investment portfolio. We're making sure that's growing exactly how we need to. So there's a balance there. And lastly, ask questions. Speak with a financial planner, someone like myself, or any planner. Ask if they're a fiduciary. You want to make sure that they have your best interest. I'm a fiduciary, and all that means transparently for anyone you speak with, if they say they're a fiduciary, it means that the only way that I receive money is by my clients. By my clients, it puts the impetus on me to continue to provide value, or else it doesn't make sense to pay a planner or really pay anyone for anything if the value that you're receiving doesn't significantly outweigh the costs. Well, then it doesn't make sense to work with someone. But with that fiduciary concept, what that is it means I'm never receiving a kickback or a commission for anything. In fact, I couldn't sell you something even if I wanted to because I have nothing to sell. So when someone's investing, that's wonderful. When I have a client investing, that's what I love to see. It's what I love to help do. But they know there's no conflict of interest. I'm not receiving a certain kickback from a certain company to recommend a certain product. So working with a fiduciary does not mean that you should hire someone. It means it's the starting place for really the interview process of whether that financial planner is the best fit for you and your goals and what you're looking to accomplish. So if you want to speak with me, I'd always entertain that conversation. It's what I do with clients. It's how I help people retire early and transition into retirement. It's what my firm and I specialize in. So always happy to hop on a conversation. And once again, if you found this video helpful, please share it with someone who you think could benefit from it. Always please like this video, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.